صباح الخير everyone. كي دايرين؟ واش لاباس؟ نتمنى تكونوا بخير. First of all, I want to express my sorrow to my brothers and sisters after the explosion that rocks the Lebanon capital city Beirut. الله يعاونكم. Alright, if this is your first time to see me, my name is Fuad. I'm a Moroccan Arabic and English teacher from Marrakech City. مرحبا بك to my Moroccan Arabic teaching channel called Fuad مدرس دارجة. In today's lesson, we will talk about some of the common questions that often arise when talking about learning Darija. I'm about to make a video call with Mary. She's going to be a new student and she has some very important questions to ask that might be really important to the people watching as well. Salam Mary, can you please introduce yourself to us?
Assalamu alaikum Fuad and everyone. My name is Mary. I'm from Ukraine. I work as certificate translator for Russian, Dutch, English. I love the Moroccan culture and I'm looking forward to study this dialect to be able to communicate with locals when I visit your country. I'm very happy to participate in this teaching video. My first question is, can I be able to speak to any Moroccans in French only, or is it a must to speak Moroccan Arabic?
وعليكم السلام Mary and مرحبا بك. Of course, French is our second language and it is commonly used in Morocco's touristic cities, agencies, etc. However, you might come across some people who can't speak it, such as fruit and vegetable sellers, neighbors that are living at your building, or cashier at a hammam, which is a public bath in Morocco. That is why it is better if you can speak Darija to be able to talk and communicate with all kinds of Moroccans.
Bakha Ustad Fuad, can you suggest us some general rules to study Moroccan Arabic?
Sure. You know, Mary, learning any language or dialect is difficult, and Darija is no exception. However, there are ways to make the situation easier. Here is a list of some general rules for learning Darija or any other dialect and language. Learning Moroccan Arabic takes time and a lot of patience. It cannot be rushed. Whether you're studying Darija online or living and studying it in Morocco, you must put efforts every day to learn new expressions and use what you learned to converse with locals. The more you use the things you learned, the faster you will learn and get more confident. You must start with a strong base or foundation and slowly build on it daily. Whether you're a tourist or planning to live forever in Morocco, it would be very helpful to you to study some basic words and write some few important sentences to be able to go buy groceries, take the taxi, or talk to a waiter at a restaurant. When you become more confident, you can start aiming at more. You must view Moroccan Arabic as a part of your body, just like your hair, for example. When you take good care of it, it gets stronger and softer. The same thing goes for Darija. Daily practice will be very fruitful. Do not feel shy about speaking Darija in front of Moroccans. When you first start speaking your first words or sentences in front of locals, you might think that they are laughing at you while seeing them smiling. But rather they are just really happy and appreciating the fact that you're putting effort to speak their dialect. So don't be shy. Don't worry about making mistakes. In fact, the more mistakes you make, the more you will learn from them Just like learning to walk as a baby for the first time. Sometimes you fall off, so what you do? You stand up and try again.
شكرا بزاف Fuad for these valuable pieces of information. My problem with language is that I find it hard to memorize what I've learned. Can you suggest some tips to retain that information I learn and to grow, my Darija?
Wacha Mary. Here are few tips I'd like to share with you and the people watching. First of all, please watch my teaching videos. I provide very good materials with 3D animations, which is unique in Morocco. I do theory and practice, using conversations with native Moroccan Arabic speakers to help you imagine every possible situation that you might come across. I started my classes from a beginner level. We will go to intermediate and then to an expert level, inshallah. Or if you want to get faster results, I suggest you join my private Zoom and Skype classes. You can contact me for more details later. Be familiar with watching Moroccan contents on TV and YouTube. So, I suggest you watch films on Moroccan channels such as Al-Oula, Deuxième, and Median TV. Or watch Moroccan films on YouTube. There are plenty over there. Another effective way is listening to famous Moroccan radio podcasts. Try to listen to Heat Radio or Radio Aswat, for example. You could even install a recording app to save or record the speech in the radio, and later you could play it again and discuss what you listened to with your friends. If you love learning from books, I suggest you two books. The first one is called Moroccan Arabic. This book has good vocabulary and explains grammars too. The second book is called Moroccan Dialect Verbs. This book will teach you everything about Darija tenses. And the last three very effective ways to study Moroccan Arabic are the following. First, by moving to live in Morocco with Moroccan people. Secondly, while using some conversation apps such as italki. It's one of the best ones available. And the last thing, which is by joining some Facebook groups for Darija. And one of the greatest ones I found is called Moroccan Arabic Darija. To memorize the things you've learned, jot down any interesting new vocabulary you come across while watching movies or listening to radio. When you come across new vocabulary, have a small notepad and write down anything you like or anything you want to study. And discuss it with your tutor or your favorite Moroccan friends. Set time between 30 minutes to 1 hour maximum to study every day, like for 5 days a week. If you dedicate a smaller amount of time to study, you will feel more energetic and remember well rather than spending many hours studying non-stop.
Ustad Fuad, this is very helpful. I learned a lot from this first video call. Now I'm very excited to study more and start using my vocabulary to converse with you and other calls. In Morocco when I visit your beautiful country. شكرا بزاف and نتشافوا من بزت.
لا شكرا على واجب Mary. My pleasure. Thank you so much for your participation and بسلامة. That is all for me for today. I hope you understood the lesson very well. I make a very big effort to make these videos for you guys, so I would really appreciate it if you leave a comment, share or subscribe to this channel. I also offer online classes as well to people who want to study more and become more fluent in Darija. So if you're interested in those classes, please contact me in the email that you will see now. شكرا بزاف and نتشوفوا من بعد in another lesson. Bye bye.